Hey, hey, Blue Table fans! That wasn't a shockwave of happiness. That was a fireball of happiness to the face. Hey there, Sean here. Check out my new shirt. I got it at a gaming convention. So like a month ago, a fan contacts me. He's like, hey, I'm in town. And you know all about this if you follow me on Facebook. And we should be friends on Facebook. By the way, that's the problem I have like walking down the street. Too much eye contact with strangers. So, okay, so let me just do a quick reenactment. Here's what it's like. You're walking down the sidewalk. Here I come. You don't know me. Hey! Oh, we could be friends! Yeah, too much eye contact with strangers. They're like trying to, you know, people. I don't know. Danny, what would you say? Be my Andy Richter tonight, okay? She's like, should I be looking this up in the Urban Dictionary? Okay, what percentage of people, when they're walking out in public, just want to be completely left alone? Don't say hi to me, don't make eye contact with me, just let me be.
Say a good 70%?
70%. That's what I was thinking. And you know how I know?
It's different in different
Because
states.
that's the percent that don't make eye contact back with me when I'm walking down the street. You know, especially women joggers. That's super hard to like get their attention and stuff. You know, yeah. Especially downtown Salt Lake. You know, like don't slow down around the corner because someone will lean down and be like, hello, can I take your order? Okay, anyway, I'm here with my assistant Danny. Now she's new, so, you know, there's a lot of passive-aggressive stuff going on. Here, hold on. Let's put her on the shit, because you guys will have a hard time imagining what's going on. There she is. Hey, it's Danny, Danny, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. All right, that's 30% enthusiasm. Actually, that was more like 40%. I was starting to bust out of my harness, if you know what I'm saying. So the fans are like, is he rubbing his nipples? Yeah, they're like super hard. And it like, they chafe. Like some of my shirts aren't as soft as the others, and it like chafes them. Okay, so anyway, so this is my DMing shirt. You can see that. It's got like the different types of dice with a 20 in the middle. So I love that. I put that on when I'm DMing. When he's direct messaging, he's putting... No, it's dungeon mastering, people! Alright, so anyway, I'm 50, and I'm a dungeon master. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Guy, what else? Oh, so, I have this eyebrow hair, right? And it's growing straight up, is what's happening. I've named him Spartacus. Because he is not going along with the other gladiators, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, all right. Let's see here. What's going on? Hey, let's talk about Pathfinder 2nd edition. So first off, I have a giant stack of books down here. So I got my bookshelf, lower right. There's a stack probably 1.5 feet high. And that's all the 7th edition 40K codexes that cost, I do believe, $40 a piece. And I kept up with them, faithfully bought every one, but now I'm doing the math. I'm like, wait a second, every 4 years, you gotta dump like $600 of books in the garbage. And I'm like, well, what is it? So just with Games Workshop, if you're gonna keep up on the books, about $100 a month is the subscription rate for that little chestnut. So I'm like, I gotta tell you, I'm just like, I'm really, it's not me. I don't like to be this way, but I'm getting a little bitter about the books because it's like, come on, I just collected all these, and it's like, new edition, pow-pow. And then you multiply that across all the different game systems, and some of them are okay, like Infinity, for example. That is a great game. Everything is like reasonably costly. The miniatures themselves, they're like maybe $10 each, 10 to $12 each. But you only need like 8 guys. So, they're doing a good job. I'd be happy to see them get some plastics. But I gotta tell you, as a miniatures fan, I'm spoiled for choice nowadays. But Sean, weren't you gonna talk about Pathfinder 2nd Edition? That, my friends, is what's called a... Do you have your headphones in, Danny? You're trying to block me out.
No.
Just like all those female joggers.
I can still hear you. I put them in before you even left the room. Your music was bringing me down, man.
My music was bringing you down? Yeah, I'm playing like this really mellow, like space music, right?
It's a holiday, man.
Yeah.
Up more beat.
That's true. What are you listening to? You Can Still Rock in America by Kiss.
Shuffle, no.
Just a shuffle?
French song right now.
A Prince song?
French.
A French song? Wait a second. So she wants upbeat music. She's listening to French music. I love it that my skin tone is like super close to the wall, which is titanium white. Okay, continue. Oh, I had a girl friend when I was like 16. We used to go swimming, and she was like, "Your nickname is Great White." I'm like, "Yes, because I move powerfully through the water." She's like, no, mostly just the white part. I can blind aircraft as they fly overhead. Okay, what's going on? That's why they don't allow me in public pools. Like the FAA will call the pool and just be like, "Hey, there's a guy there. He's making it a little tough for the pilots. Can we do something? Can we cover him up at least?" What's going on, Danny? I keep wanting to call you Andy. Andy Richter. Yeah. What? She's not into it. I've already pissed Danny off today because I told her she was going slow with her packing. She's like, "Do you want it good or do you want it fast?" I want it both, Andy. That's right. She's shoving her earbuds in like more firmly. Yes! Hey, and I was like a little sad this morning because I was like, oh, I don't have any artist appointments today, so, 2 of them showed up, though. I like misscheduled. So John came by. So I have a great new artist. Her name is Jessica. And she's developed her skills quite nicely and still going. And her husband, John, has actually been surprising me. She's like, "Oh, how do you like these miniatures I painted?" And I'm like, "Oh, wow, they look really good." And she's like, "Yeah, well, John painted these. Surprise!" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, he's good too." I'm like, I'm happy. I'm happy that for both of you. So anyway, and then John came by and he does assembly. So, like just super part-time. Okay, so anyway, and then Mallory is new. She's looking strong. She's busting into those level 4s quite nicely, and right off the bat. Of course, I've got my pick of the litter. In Salt Lake, there's like a zillion artists, and so, I've got like 20 people to look at and, kind of pick the best 2 of them to give them a run. So a lot of the people that come on board, they already have other art, and I look for actual art using manual dexterity rather than it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm a graphic designer." I'm like, excuse me, one moment. Yeah, everybody's a graphic designer. So anyway, all right, let's see. Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Right, I'm getting on to topic number 2. So for those of you that don't know, way back when Dungeons & Dragons had an open gaming license where you could make supplemental materials and not violate the copyright. And that was really great because it allowed all these little companies to make Dungeons & Dragons modules and supplements and stuff and still be good to go. And supposedly it helped Dungeons & Dragons because, people would be making supplements for their stuff rather than, sort of striking out as competitors. So when they produced Wizards of the Coast took over the Dungeons & Dragons brand, and they came out with Dungeons & Dragons 4th Edition. Yes! the Austin Powers of the James Bond franchise. And it was terrible. It was a bloodbath. I actually played it. I noticed that really it had become very cartoonish. But at this exact same time, another company called Paizo, they came out with their own version of the core rules of Dungeons & Dragons. And guess what? They just stole the soul of the game and made it their own. And it was brilliant, and they've done a great job, and they've been cracking it on that same core rule book for 11 years. No new additions. So now they're coming out with Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Obviously, the nerds are in an uproar, and for various reasons. Personally, I don't know. I've just started reading articles about it. But you know what? I think I'm down for it. I think I'm going to jump in head first into Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It sounds like they've done a lot of good streamlining, and as long as it's compatible with all the other stuff I've bought, well, it certainly will be compatible with all the adventures. Those can just be, you know, like, those can be sort of repurposed quite easily, in fact. But all the books, oh man, I don't know. Like, come on, guys, don't make me throw out another stack of books. You know, it just makes me sad inside. So anyway, and that's dropping August 1st, so like in a week. And I'm super excited for it. And I've already talked to my group. I'm actually running 2 Pathfinder groups right now. Asterisk, Dungeons & Dragons. And so let me tell you a little bit. Well, I actually did already tell you a little bit about that in another video. I'm running 2 groups, same adventure, and I'm going to, and one of them is evil, like with goblin, kobold, lizard folk, evil barbarian type. And then the other one's like good human type things, working for the humans. And I'm going to run them separately up to 7th level, and then I'm going to combine the 2 campaigns and get a little PvP going. I don't know how that will go. But I've been running it where normally I just go off the rails. I invent things. No one knows what's what, and totally overpowered. And that's how I've always done it. And I assumed that made me a great dungeon master because, you know, I was inventive and great at ad-libbing things and making, you know, bringing people into sort of this epic story. But there's something to be said for playing it strictly by the book. That's actually very exciting for both ends. So with Pathfinder, I just get my adventure and I'm like, all right, this is what I have. Like, I got to beat them with what's written in here. And not beat them, but give them a run for their money. That's kind of how it's designed, you know. When you're the DM, you're kind of like the Washington Generals of this match. So, all right, what else? Let me think. Pathfinder, yeah, I'm working on just a few minor projects. Guys, is that it? I always think of things I want to say in these rambles, and then I don't write them down, and then I forget about them. So, all right, well, guys, I guess that's it for today. Be sure to check out some of the specials I'm running. And, yep, that's it. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. All right, well, that's all I had.